Hello everyone, I'm here today with a new video, and this is actually a slightly different video than what I normally do. It's kind of a haul video, but really it's just to showcase some recent things I have purchased that are travel related, because if you're doing travel scrapping, maybe you want to know what's new out there and how to find things and find some styles that might appeal to you. So I've gathered quite a bit lately, and so I just thought this would be a good time to showcase some of that. So I have a mix of digital file items, pocket cards, let me think, acrylic embellishments, some splattering ink, stickers, chipboard, a whole range of different, rub-ons even, a whole range of different stuff. So I want to just show them to you today. And I'm also going to put links down below to anything that I can still find, because I want to make it easier for you to get these things if you like them. The first thing I want to showcase is in a creative bubble. They make, or she makes, tons and tons of digital pocket cards and digital elements. Now, she's kind of taken a break for a while to do design work for other places. So her actual site hadn't had an update in a long time. And then bam, all of a sudden, right before Memorial Day, she announced that she was going to release a bunch of stuff. And so I thought, well, if it's travel related, which is a majority of what she does, I'll probably like it. And I wasn't wrong. So here you can see some of the different card options. There were 3 card options. And then she also had 2 digital element options. So there's one. There's the second one. I bought everything that you see here. Now, there is also a bundle option which comes with 2 different digital stamp sets included with this. When I looked at them, I just didn't think I would use them as much, so I chose not to get the entire bundle, and I just stuck with these 5 options. So the next one here is, it's a little bit fuzzy on the picture that I was able to print from online, but this is from Citrus Twist Kits, and this was their Travelog 23 collection. And again, I bought only the digital version because then I can reprint as many times as I want and reuse these over the years. So to me, it's a much better deal than buying printed. Now, sometimes I will do both. I'll buy printed and I'll buy digital just so that I have both, because I love the paper that they use for their cards. So you can do either or both. I don't remember how much it was for this set, but again, I know these are still active online, so I will link them so that you can find them. This is a set of digital stamps that I bought from Carrie Bradford's studio, and I went digital on this one. Normally I buy her physical stamps because I love them. I just love her aesthetic. It just really works for me. But I bought these because I know I'm going to San Diego in November. I actually just recently booked that trip, but it's not very likely I'm going to go back to California anytime soon, so I didn't feel like investing in the actual stamps. I just didn't feel like that was a good use of my money. But digital, sure. I think these were like $5.95 or $6.95. Again, I will link them. So definitely cost effective for the way that I would use them. So my plan is probably that I will just drop some of these on an actual photo and then print the photo with it already part of it. So easy process and a pretty cheap way to go. All right, this is the last of my kind of printed stuff here. Now, these are physical items, but I ordered them from Bramble Fox, and they're a company that's in the UK, and they haven't arrived yet. So I never know with shipping from them how long that's going to take, and I didn't want to hold this video until they get here. So for now, just waiting for them to arrive. So the first set, these are all acrylics here, unless they say paper snips like that. But these are acrylics, and they're specific to New York. I love that they say uptown, downtown, subway. I think there's one that says Brooklyn Bridge. It's kind of hard to read from the picture, but for me that's perfect because I go to New York fairly often, usually at least once a year, so I know I will use them. So I wanted to make sure that I got them before they quit selling them. Then I have 3 items that are paper snips. One is general to travel. One is just called Lively, which the phrases in it could be used for travel, I thought, so that's why I got that one. And then this one is actually specific to the zoo. And I just took a trip where I went to a zoo, and I have 2 more coming, St. Louis and San Diego, where I will also go to zoos. So I figured smart use of my money to buy that, and it's only $1.50 or £1.50. Which right now the conversion is pretty good between the pound and the dollar, so I'm fine with that. And then this one is a little hard to see, but it's a black acrylic that says City Sights. That is perfect for me, so I absolutely wanted that. And here's one thing I want to showcase. My total for the items was 14 pounds. Shipping was 5.75 pounds. That is dirt cheap for most shipping from the UK. I have actually, or at least parts of Europe, I have actually stopped ordering from a Spanish site that I used to use because their shipping has gotten so crazy that it's not worth doing international shipping. But here, it's not even 6 pounds. That's worth it to me to be able to get the things that I want. And the conversion rate is good, so I did it. Okay, now I'm going to show you some actual physical products here. These are both from Ellie's Studio, and I get their monthly kit. And the last month's kit was 95% travel themed, which was awesome. So of course I had to get it. And these are my two favorite things in it. It's this set of stickers here. It could be used for multiple kinds of travel, whether it's road trip, flying, whatever. I liked them all. And then I'm a sucker for a good geotag. What can I say? So when I saw these in all these bright, beautiful colors, I was super happy. All right, remember when I mentioned before that I had some digital stamps from Carrie Bradford's studio? Well, I also bought a physical set. This is a recent one she put out, and it's called Wander. And I love it because it has tons of just kind of generic travel phrases that I would use. And then there are even a couple where you can mark off things like your mode of transportation, car, plane, bus, or train. I tend to do all of those at some point or another, so I have that. And then there's walking, riding, hiking, swimming, playing. So I'm less likely to use that one, but I like that I have the option. Next up, I have some items from Color Cast Designs. These are more geotags, of course, and those are from a recent release she did, as are these. These are travel related. So this one says lift off in a bright red, which I love. There's a little plane there. And then this one says take flight. So I have all of those. She also released a set of different wood veneers with different icons on them. And I only did one of those, but I went for the one that has a travel motif, just generally speaking. So a suitcase, airplane, globe, etc. The only thing I'm sad about is it's a little bent right here. I'm not sure if that happened in the packaging, if they're all like that, but it's not enough to make me send it back or not use it. I think it was like $1.50 for this. So I'll use it and it'll be fine. Echo Park recently put out a new travel line called Let's Go Travel, and I found a couple of things there that I liked. I don't tend to like vintagey travel type stuff most of the time, and this kind of flirts with that line in a way. The colors are very muted, but the designs seem a little more modern, so I went for it. So I have these chipboard phrases. I loved this one because it made me think of Amsterdam, because I might end up using it there, or Belgium. Buildings are similar. But I love all the different options it gives, so I decided to splurge on those. And then these were matching cards, and it's always harder for me to find 4x6 cards than it is to find 3x4. So when I saw this, I figured, okay, I like them, I think they're decent, I better just grab them, and then they coordinate with my chipboard. This is another paper from that same line, and I liked this one because it has kind of odd sizes. There are a bunch of 2x2s, which I don't use as much, but I like them because I do have page protectors with 2x2 pockets, or I can use them to build tags or put them on a 3x4 card. And then here is this same thing as the chipboard, but in a card. Well, of course, I love that. And the fact that it's a vertical 4x6 is highly unusual. And I dig that as well because I do have some inserts for page protectors that are 2 4x6s, and you just don't find that often when they're vertical. So I love that. And then they also have some horizontal 3x4s. Again, these are things you don't see that often. They're not that common. So I appreciate when I can find a line that actually has them. This is paper from Paper House that you wouldn't normally think, oh, travel, yes, go buy that because it's Harry Potter themed. But I know that in August, I am going to LeakyCon, a convention that's all about, it used to be just about Harry Potter. Now it's all types of different fantasy things like Lord of the Rings, Percy Jackson, Narnia, things like that. So I bought this because I know I'll use it, and I'll just cut up all the pieces and put it into the rest of my Harry Potter stuff. All right, this is from a line by 49th and Market, and I don't know if you've seen this line, and it's probably not to everybody's taste, but I really like it. I tend to not like the grungy look or the shabby chic look, but I liked these because of the brighter colors in it, and I loved this one because of the ticket stubs, because I have plenty of things I will visit and have already visited in the projects I have waiting where ticket stubs would be appropriate. So I chose that, and I could obviously cut this down so it wouldn't be all you see, but it could be the majority of what you see if I cut it the right way, if I want that. So I have it. This is the other side, which is very plain, so I could use a piece of both since I tend to do smaller sizes, but I love the style of it. And then this one kind of matches with it, but it's more of a map and a general travel theme. So I love that it says wonder up there, discovery, experience, but again, similar style, matching colors, so I could use them together. This is the other side, which I have to be honest, I don't like at all. So I highly doubt I would use that. It'll be this side. But here's the best part. Look at this. This is an entire 12 by 12 sheet of large rub-ons. Now, rub-ons are weird. They kind of were huge. They fell off the market. Now they're sort of coming back again. I generally don't use big ones like this, but I fell in love with these because they match the color palette. And when I'm doing a larger album, like a 6 by 12, these would totally work, but I could also turn them sideways if I wanted to, if I needed to kind of save space and utilize them a little bit more efficiently that way. But I'm very excited to use these. I freaking love the design of them. I'm so happy to see that they brought out a set of rub-ons. And this isn't a line where I bought a lot of stuff from them, so if you have, let me know if they have other things that you've really fallen in love with. But this line, I don't know, whatever they did, it just grabbed me. They did it right, and I was a sucker. They got me to buy the stuff. And lastly, I have some ink here, splattering ink. It's Myco Mist from Nuvo. And when you see this, you might not think travel, but for me, I do. I have noticed that when I take night shots, when things are lit up, the lights often look white or sometimes silver hued, just because of the lighting and the darkness and just the way the lights function. Maybe they are actually white. Sometimes they're a little yellow tinted and where I would use gold. But I've just noticed a lot lately where it has the white or silver look to them, and I thought, well, I don't really have anything sparkly to go with that. I do have a white ink, but it's a flat white. It's matte. This one will give it some silver sparkle, so I'm excited to try that out on some of my night shots. I'm thinking maybe New York, but I did also get some in Cincinnati, so we'll see. But that's all the stuff that I have purchased recently, and I hope you've enjoyed seeing all of those, and I hope it inspires you to go out and find some for yourself. Thanks for watching.